Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy! Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Ages of Rock podcast. Today is July 22nd. And it's just coincidental that we have to announce the passing of Ozzy Osbourne, which you all already know by now. And the coincidence is we all watched the Back to the Beginning tribute concert, and that's what we were going to discuss tonight. So we're going to say our piece about Ozzy, and then we're going to jump right into the discussion about the Back to the Beginning. It was some kind of charity concert.
It was some kind. That would be right.
Yeah, I think they raised like
180 something million
180
dollars.
Or 190 million
goes for
three different charities, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
And of course, us being the unprepared podcast,
Parkinson's
none of
and
us
what
looked
a
that
child.
up.
No, it was a Parkinson's, and there was a child
There was
hospital,
one about
Children's Hospital, and cancer something.
Something.
I think yeah. But anyway, he did a good.
That's our professional. But anyway. We are very sad to announce that Ozzy has passed away. It's surprising, but it's not surprising, and it really is a big loss to the rock and metal world.
Huge loss.
I think it is definitely a loss. I think it was kind of planned. In a sense, I don't know whether it was planned by them, and I don't mean it to be I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, I think he was in a bad way. I think anybody that watched the show or watched any of that saw that it's not good. But, there have been previously, there's been things published where Ozzy and Sharon have said that they're going to end up dying together, and England has different rules and laws about that than they have here in the United States. And so I
think they were supposed to go to
something.
Sweden or Switzerland.
Switzerland or Sweden, I think, is what they talked about.
One of those European countries that start with SW.
Well, and the same was too. Go ahead, Bill.
I'm not terribly surprised.
Right.
And I really think that it was, and this is my thought and whatever. I think it was, you know what? This is how it should end. I just came off that. It'll end up being a documentary that goes on, and this is how that will end, and it will. It's just something, and maybe it's a higher power said, you know what, you did what you needed to do. You said your goodbyes, you said your farewells, and it's time.
Right.
Yeah,
and it was too, and for the knowledge that we know that's been put out there, he stopped the meds,
but
so he could actually sing.
Yeah.
Then they also, that chair, he was trying to get up, but he couldn't because he was strapped.
He was strapped in the chair.
He was strapped into the chair because of the Parkinson's. He can't control himself, so he could fall out of the chair. So
he was mad too. You could tell.
You could tell. And you could tell. He go.
I noticed at the very, very end when everybody was leaving stage, if you read his lips, he turned around and you could read.
He goes, "I want to stand
up. Get me
up.
out of this fucking chair. Get this fucking chair off stage," or something to that effect.
Yeah.
But
spoiler alert, we cuss.
He even said that he was he had went off the meds so he could sing. He wanted to be able to sing however good he could. And then I've got another thing, but we'll talk about that later. But anyway, but no, it's one of those things. It's not a shock. It's something we've seen, and if you did watch that thing, you saw how frail he was. He has got to the point where he is that frail. Mm-hmm. And you know what? And then maybe this was a situation where he got to he got to play his last concert. He got to say his farewell. And he's good. You know what? And if that's the case, so be it. He lived a
I
life. He lived a life 8 times more than anybody in this fucking people on the planet. I was going to post a picture
way
today.
more than
Everybody's
he should have.
well,
You know,
and
and you look at all the stuff that he did.
people were posting all this all these pictures of him and looking good. My favorite Ozzy picture is the one where he's on the
On the
toilet.
toilet with the
And I
hair.
think it makes me laugh. And that's the whole point. It was funny. Mitch LaFon posted something earlier about the Alamo. They actually
Yeah.
had a post. You know what? I commented on her. I've got a bunch of likes on it. I said, you know what? That shithole doesn't have a basement. You get the reference to that? Pee Wee Herman, Big Adventure. His bike was supposedly in the
Oh,
basement of
yeah.
the Alamo, and he goes there, and they go, "There's no basement." Jan Hooks from Saturday Night Live, "There's no basement in the Alamo," and I go, "That shithole doesn't have an." And people are like going, they like it, they think it's funny. So I was being
Now, I
nice,
don't
but
know that I ever saw Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
I've seen it, but I don't
oh
remember
my
that.
God.
I've seen it a
Okay,
bunch of times.
all right, that's another show.
That's
Anyway,
a different show.
So anyway, Bill, what
anyway,
is your favorite Ozzy song and what's your favorite Ozzy album?
Oh, geez. Um, wow. Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. Um, I have to go back and look because I mean, Blizzard of Oz record, that entire record. I mean, there's just so much stuff on there that I like. That and the Ultimate Sin. I mean, I like that stuff, but I also have the number nine record too that he put out last year. Last year, it's got some really good stuff on it too. So I'm gonna go with pretty much anything off those first two, Ultimate Sin
hmm,
and the
Ultimate
other one.
Sin is not off the first two.
No, no, no. I said off the two that I mentioned.
Oh,
right.
I got you.
Yeah, because I
Well,
that's where I yeah kind of got into him.
Yep. What about you, Dennis?
Over the Mountain is my favorite Ozzy song. I just like that riff. I mean, it's just and like I said, that first album is just so good. I mean, I anything off that first album. So
Are you talking about the first which album? The first Ozzy record or the first?
The first
Okay,
Ozzy record. Yeah,
Yeah, I asked Ozzy, not about Black Sabbath.
okay,
yeah.
no, that's okay.
And I got some interesting things about this on about the Black Sabbath stuff, and we'll talk about that during the thing. I got to pull that up too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
For me, The Ultimate Sin is my favorite Ozzy album, and Shot in the Dark is my favorite Ozzy song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe that Shot in the Dark was one of those last minute add-ons to the album. So
Right. So real quick between the three of us, how many times have you seen Ozzy and when did you see him?
zero.
Bill, when did you see him?
Once, and it was 3 or 4 years ago. He
Okay.
was in Indy at
Oh, really?
Ruoff. Yeah, and we had seats, and Zach Wild was like came out and played like 2 rows in front of us.
Oh, how cool.
It was pretty cool. And actually, my wife went, who really doesn't really care for Ozzy much,
Right.
but she wanted to see him because it's Ozzy, and and we
Sure.
all kind of knew that it's ending. He's getting older.
Sure.
It's not work. He's struggling and stuff like that. Um, and both of us were very happy afterwards that we went and marked that one off the list. That was one of those ones on the bucket list that I had to figure out how to get there, and
Right.
I made that one. So
So in '86, I saw him at Mesker when they opened,
Bet you
and
didn't see
that's
Metallica.
no, and then Metallica did not play that day. And that's a really screwed up concert for me because Kelly and I were broke up at the time. She was there and she was supposed to be there with her other boyfriend. He didn't show up, but I was there and we had a kegger party before the concert. So it was I remember most of it, but maybe I don't remember most of it. But anyway, but it was a good concert. And then I saw him probably it was at Robert Stadium, but was toward the end of Robert Stadium's the life of that building. So it would have been probably what late '90s. Is that where I'm
No, it would be
oh
later than
no,
that because
going? No,
I
because we I
saw
play
I
I
saw
played there.
Kiss on their farewell tour
Well, I
yeah,
played it. I
in
played it.
2000.
Okay, I played there in 2004. So, but I'm saying it was okay. So it maybe been early 2000. But when I saw Ozzy there, Zach wasn't with them. They had some other guitar player.
Gus G,
Hmm.
probably.
Who was it?
Gus G.
Oh yeah.
Probably. Yeah, probably. But it was a good show. It was hotter than fuck. I remember it was like they turned the AC off and it was just hot and he kept, it was just miserable. But it was a good show. He actually did a good thing. It was a good show. Anyway, I've seen him twice, so I got to see that. So
Fair
anyway,
enough.
all right. So we want to talk about the
Back to
back
the
to the beginning.
beginning.
All
Yep.
right. So anyway, on July 5th, on my birthday, thank you, Ozzy, for doing that on my birthday. They had
Did anybody
the
watch it? Did you watch it live?
I
No.
did not. I
Okay.
wanted to, but I had grilling. I was grilling at a place, and we had a pool party, and it was a birthday party, and I did watch. There was a lot of the original footage was on YouTube for about 4 days, and then it got taken down. A lot of it because they're going to put it out into
It's gonna be
the
a Netflix special.
well, no, it's actually coming to the theater. They're doing a big thing. They're doing like a bunch of different things and then
Hmm.
cutting
Yeah,
it
I bet
down
they're
and making
gonna
it a
do a
theater.
good mix and master of it
Yes.
and get some better camera angles.
And I got some information about that too. But anyway, so I'm gonna go through here. I finally found Alan actually got a list off of was it setlist.fm and
Yes.
that's been taken down. So I found a website that has what was played that day. So we're gonna go through this. I did not see all of it, but I
Yeah, me
watched
either.
a shit ton of it, and I got a bunch of notes.
I can tell you what I
So,
skipped through.
all right, the
Same
first
band
band
then?
that came out was Mastodon. Came out and kicked the show off. He thanked the crowd and thanked Heavy and Black Sabbath for inventing heavy metal. They came out and they did Black Tongue, which was one of their songs, Blood Thunder. Then they did Supernaut it's a Black Sabbath cover, so they did that.
And I
Next,
did. I did watch that one.
I never seen any of that. So how did that sound? Was it decent?
Mastodon actually is one of those bands that was never on my radar,
Okay,
but after watching them perform those two originals, and
okay.
their cover of Supernaut was fantastic.
Oh, was
Oh,
it?
You know,
Okay,
cool.
good.
so I'm probably going to go back and check out at least one Mastodon album. So if anybody has any suggestions for which one I should start with, let me know.
Th- That's a good deal because, like I said, I'm still going to go back. I've just tried to listen to as much as I can, but between time constraints and just you get burned out after listening for so long, it's like going, I just got to take a break. So anyway, but
And
I've
some
listened
of
to a
us have
ton,
been super busy with
and
shit that we don't
exactly,
want to deal with.
exactly. The next band up was Rival Sons. Blues rockers Rival Sons were next on the bill. They did Do Your Worst, which is, I guess, their own song, and then they did Electric Funeral, which is the Black Sabbath cover. Black Sabbath cover. That's off of Paranoid, I believe, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, because I had that album years ago, and then
Well,
they did a song called Secret, what I guess was
that was
their
one of theirs as well. Have you guys
their.
ever seen Rival Sons in concert?
I have not.
No, but I thought it was really, I thought they did a great job actually.
They are a great
Did
live
you want?
band.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So I need to watch
yeah.
that too. So that's two
Yeah.
that I didn't get to see.
Yeah.
All right.
That was really good.
All right, next on the agenda was Anthrax. They did Indians, which, God damn it, I love Anthrax to death. But Indians is a great song, but there's so many other songs they could have did that were
Let,
that are
let me
better.
let me read you my note.
Okay,
Anthrax is one of the world's greatest cover bands. They have
right,
quite a few
exactly.
originals that I really enjoy. I would like to have seen them do something other than Indians.
Yes. Well, and the thing is yeah, and the thing is that was because they did one of their own songs, but do like Time or one of those other ones that are
Don't say Got the
catchier.
Time because that's not their song. That's a Joe Jackson song.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, so they're
Like I
great at
said,
cover songs.
world's greatest cover band.
But anyway, and then they did Into the Void, which was they did a good. I mean, Anthrax is a solid band, and they're fun. They had a good time. Um, then we got Hailstorm came out. They used to perform their own song, "Rain Your Blood on Me," coming off their new album. God,
Right.
don't play a new song. Good
Whoa,
God.
whoa, whoa. Slow your roll there. Hailstorm is still a relatively new band.
Sure, that's
They're
true.
new enough that they've
Right,
got an album coming out. This was the perfect. How many millions of people saw them perform that
right,
song? I guarantee you, if I was on that
right.
show and I had a new song, I'm playing that motherfucker.
Yep.
But also too, before that, they did do Love Bites, but so do I. They did Rain Blood on Me, and then they did Perry Mason. They did the Ozzy cover of that.
Cool. I
Um,
thought it was pretty good. I did watch that.
yeah, I watched that one, and she did a good job on that. I
I'm gonna
really,
tell
I
you what, she has got some pipes on her.
oh,
Yeah.
she
You
was
know,
well, she went out with what's
Super Group
deal?
A.
No, she was with
Oh, she did some shows for Skid Row.
Skid Row. So
Oh
she
yeah,
Yeah.
filled
yeah,
in for
yeah.
their singer, and she
Yeah.
she nailed it. I mean,
Yeah.
they should
I
just
never
pick
did
her
look
up.
at any of that footage.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
good.
good. It's
Yeah.
really good, actually.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Um,
people asking her to join the band, and she's like, "I got my own thing going on."
yeah, she's like,
I mean,
just,
I mean, she
just
didn't, she didn't mind helping out, but
right.
that's not her.
I got a hair
That's
still.
not her gig.
There you
Yep.
go. It's a hair over and there. All right. So Lamb of God was next. I didn't watch any of these guys. Says that they kicked things up a notch because Randy Blythe dropped the F bomb, I guess, right off the bat. Um,
He dropped the F bomb quite a few times.
they did Lay to Rest, Redneck, and then they did Children of the Grave, which is a great Black Sabbath cover. I did not see any of that. Did you guys see any of the Lamb of
I
God?
I
I struggled through it. I mean,
Okay.
musically, I really, really like Lamb of God,
Okay.
but the vocal stuff is, that's the stuff when they start doing the guttural growling
Right.
vocals. I'm not a fan of that.
Oh, I'm not either. So,
Now, when he started through Children of the Grave, when he
right.
sang through the first verse, he sang through it normal. So I was like, man, that's pretty cool. And then when he
Right.
got into the second voice, started the guttural stuff again. So I was like, all
Gotcha.
right, skip, 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 skip.
yeah.
All right. So
But I
after
get it.
that,
That's their thing.
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not into that stuff.
So now I'm going to get into my notes here. So the next one was Tom Morello's All Stars. Why did they have Tom Morello be this guy that was the guy that put this shit together?
To piss you
Question.
off.
No,
Question.
I think that's been the plan for a while.
What's his
Rage
connection to
Against the
Ozzy?
Machine,
Well, I know, but what's his connection to Ozzy? Why does
I
they
Audio
think
kicked him?
this
Slave.
he
I don't
he
know.
he may I had read on and you read all this stuff, you don't know how much of it's true, that
Sure.
him and Sharon have talked about this for a while.
Right.
And I think that's what ended up happening. It is
Okay.
ended up, that's what I read. I don't know if that's true.
But
It's the
I've
internet,
got
so it's
different
whatever.
notes as
Tom
it's
Morello is a lot like Dave Grohl. He shows up
He kn
everywhere.
Yeah,
right.
and he knows a lot of people. And actually
Right.
those three bands were really very good.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I
So
mean, they
anyway,
were great.
so the first all-star group took to the stage, and it was stacked with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Jakey Lee, Scott Ian, Nuno Bettencourt, David Ellison, Frankie Bonello.
Frankie Bello.
Is it Bello? Yeah, Bello. Sorry.
Yeah.
Remember. So anyway,
David Draymond.
keyboard Alice Wakeman, David Draymond, Whitfield Crane, Youngblood. Okay, so we're gonna go through my notes. The Ultimate Sin cover fronted by Lizzie Hale.
That was better than I expected it was going to be.
Well, I have to disagree with you, Alan, because I thought Lizzie Hale was kind of yawn. I think I love Lizzie Hale. I don't like Hailstorm. I didn't think that coagulated very good.
I thought
Okay.
she did a pretty good job.
I mean, it's just that's my own. And like I said, I got little notes here.
Well,
Um,
it's also a woman singing an Ozzy song, so that makes it a little bit different
in a
because it's going to be,
dress, and it's
yeah,
just
well,
in
it's
a
going to be it's going to be a little bit different. But I thought she did a great job.
right. Okay, well, like I said, maybe I was harder on her. I don't
No,
know.
that's all right. What did you
Shot in
say?
the dark.
Dennis said
Wait a
hard
minute.
on.
He did.
I knew when I said it, I was like, oh shit, I just done fucked
I'm
up.
gonna tell you what, we could be watching TV and somebody will say that, and Laura will just be like, "Don't say it." Anyway,
Shot in the dark. David Draymond. I'm just not a big fan of his. I did like Jakey Lee getting out there. I thought that was kind of odd that he was just doing Shot in the Dark. I mean, I was surprised he didn't do like some of his earlier stuff.
Jakey Lee was shot in the dark. That he was on Ultimate Sin.
Right. Well, I know
Yeah.
that.
Well, why are you
But I'm
surprised he
saying they
was?
did because they didn't they did Bark at the Moon earlier and they didn't use him in that. I mean, I would think that that's his big riff. Bark at the Moon is. But anyway.
They had. Wait a
So
minute.
anyway, Sweet Leaf
Wait a minute.
was
That's
Bark at the
what?
Moon wasn't on Supergroup A.
No,
mm-mm.
I'm saying they didn't. They used it on another what was in there? Because I got it written down
Hmm.
from what's that crazy Vernon God damn it, what's his name? Vernon Reed. Is that the
Oh,
name of that? Did
the
I get
guy
it
from In
right?
Living Color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. He played the rhythm to Bark at the
Mm.
Moon, but then Nuno jumped in and did the lead because he's not going to be able to play that.
Hmm.
So that was on one of the other. That was in two or that
Yeah,
was
Bark at the
in
Moon
two or
was
three.
in Supergroup B.
Okay. Yeah, it was in B.
Yeah.
I just made notes on shit that made, that I thought needed to be made. Anyway. So David Drummond, where am I at? Here, hold on a second. Sweet Leaf. Once again,
Well,
he didn't do a bad job.
well,
It was a good.
I wanted to say something about
Sure, go ahead.
David singing the Ultimate Sin. I did. Yeah,
Okay.
I heard a lot of people say the same thing that you did. That they did thought he didn't do very well on
You mean
that
Shot
one.
in the Dark?
Yeah. Shot
Yeah,
in the
Shot
Dark.
in the Dark. Sorry,
Yeah, okay.
but again, he did better on that than I expected after what I had seen what I had read everybody else's opinion. But
Right.
I will say that when he did Sweet Leaf, he did. I thought he killed that one.
Yeah. I mean, he did a good job. It didn't really stick out to me for that one.
Yeah,
Um,
I
Believer,
liked both of his songs
all
a
right.
lot.
Believer, Bithel Crane from Ugly Kid Joe tore it up. That's a fucking Believer was a good song. That's actually I just put on there Believer was cool
Yeah,
now
because they
I
had
haven't
what
heard that
what
one.
cracked me up about that was Ugly Kid Joe fucking covered Sweet Leaf. Why did he not sing that one?
because he wanted to do maybe
I
Believer.
don't
I don't know.
These are just observations. I know
Right.
that they got their thing going. So
And
anything
then
that I
that
say is tongue in cheek, people. Don't get mad.
right.
And if
And
you
they
get
had
mad, don't tell me because I don't care.
right. And they had Scott Ian was out there playing on Believer too. So of course, he's just the guitar parts, he's just fucking tearing them up.
Yeah.
Um Now, here's the thing, Changes by Youngblood. Who is this guy? And I want to know more about him.
Google
You know
it.
what I'm saying? That's what I'm
Like my
saying,
straw
though.
disappears.
Yeah, on the
What I
Google.
put in here, I said changes need to check out Youngblood.
That dude
Unlike
was
Ghost,
that dude was
unlike
really
Ghost,
good.
and I'm gonna make a comment here later about Ghost,
Me
but
too.
I
Mine's
mean
not going
this
to be mean
Youngblood.
like yours is going to be.
What's that?
I said mine's not going to be mean like yours is going to
Mine's
be.
is not mean. It makes a comment. But anyway, Youngblood, I don't know who this guy is, but he did a really good job. And I
Yeah.
know that Ozzy and him have had a past, and they have a lot of respect for each other. And
That's
he did a
Ozzy's illegitimate
really
son.
right. He said he wanted to adopt the guy. But anyway, no, I really I got to look into this guy. I mean, because he impressed me. That's the whole point of this whole bullshit.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, the following set was pre-recorded. The live set. Oh, the Jack Black. I have not watched that. Have you guys seen that?
It is a motion for motion, note for note imitation of the Mr. Crowley video.
Oh my God, the one they did in that studio where he had like the
Yes.
oh, see, I got to
With the
watch that,
fringe and
and I know
everything.
he did a
Oh, it
good
is.
job.
That was
Right.
fantastic. And those kids, one of those kids is Tom Morello's kid.
Well,
And I,
actually, and one of the sons is Tom Morello's son and Scott Ian's son is playing in that.
yeah.
There's two kids that's playing it.
Yeah,
It's backed by a group of young musicians. It includes Roman Manello and Ravel Ian. So anyway, I'm all about that. That's cool as shit.
that's pronounced Morello.
I don't care. Morello.
It's like I'm reading this going, that is Morello right there.
What did I say?
Manello.
Okay.
Marinello, or I don't know, something like
Marinello.
that. You made up some
Some
word that
Italian.
was
Put
not
some
even
Italian
close.
word.
It's
What
Marcia
else?
Mozzarella.
What else is
It was
what else is
funny.
new? Okay.
We're going to hell, fellas.
You know what?
Probably
No, but seriously,
wrong.
the
No,
Mr.
seriously, I'm
Khaled
not going to
video,
hell. But anyway.
the Mr. Khaled video was spot on. It was fantastic.
And I
'Cause
haven't watched it, but I can just see Jack Black doing it. He would probably nail it. I mean,
he
I can see
did.
his. I mean, I'm telling you, I know his voice.
I
He
mean,
could
he even
nail it.
picked
I
picked
mean,
the Morello kid up during the guitar solo. That was, I mean, it really
oh
was
no
cool.
shit.
Yeah, it really was cool.
Okay, as soon as we get off this podcast, I got to watch that because that's the one that I haven't seen. Okay, so Alice in Chains, despite some mic issues on Gary Cottrell's
Jerry.
Jerry
Jerry
Cottrell's
Cantrell.
Cantrell's harmonizing vocals. They said that they were still one of the best acts. So I have not seen any of this. They did Man in a Box, Wood, and Fairies Wear Boots, which is a Black Sabbath cover. I did not watch any of that. I didn't have
I
time.
watched that whole set because y'all already
Is
know
it
I'm a
good?
big Alice in Chains fan. It
Okay.
was really
Yeah.
good, you know. I love William Duvall, but I really don't like hearing him sing Man in the Box. You know,
Right.
and I realize that's the best we're ever going to get. You know, but
So I'm guessing the guy you're talking about is the new
is
singer
the new
of okay.
the new
Gotcha.
singer that's been in the band for 25 years now.
Right. I kind of just
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, I do like him in the band, but
Right.
and I've seen them with him a couple of times, but this particular instance, Man in the Box did not hit for me.
Hmm. I
But
gotta
I mean,
watch it now.
would hit perfect, you know,
Right.
except for you know, like you said, the vocal mic issue Jerry had,
Okay.
which during the second time around, he walked over to Mike Inez's microphone and
Okay.
used his. But yeah,
All right. So I'm gonna have to watch it because like I said I do like I said Man of the Box I'm burned out on because that's a song we played in Fifth Degree Burn for 9 years
every
and
cover
I'm so
band in the
fucking tired of
90s
that
did
song. I
that
couldn't.
song. You couldn't get away from it. I will say, you know,
Yeah.
Fairies Wear Boots, they did a really good job, but they started it and
I
stopped
love
it.
that song actually.
They started it and stopped it pretty quickly because the drummer came in at the wrong spot. At least that's what it appeared to me. But they came right back in, started it
Hmm.
again, and
Mm.
after that, it was fine. So it really
Okay.
was kind of cool to see them mess up and then keep going. Because
All right.
anybody that's ever watched Allen on stage, that happens a lot.
Oh, I've done that
Oh
before.
yeah,
Trust me. I've
yeah,
been there. It's like when you don't. It's when you don't want to be there.
yeah.
All right. So this next band, I'm gonna just Gojira.
It's
What
Gojira.
do you know what the how to pronounce that?
Gojira.
Gojira.
Yeah,
I was close.
that's
Gojira.
the
Gojira.
proper spelling
Gojira.
for Godzilla. You know that?
Anyway, I know, and I actually seen these guys because they said that they did the opening ceremony of the Olympics games in 2024 in Paris, which I actually watched some of that, and I remember those guys. They were kind of cool. But anyway, they did Stranded, Silvera, um, Mea Culpa, and then he did Under the Sun, which is a Black Sabbath cover. I did not see any of their stuff. I did not get to that point.
I've watched most of Stranded, and then I skipped through the other two songs because
Okay.
musically it was fine. I didn't care for the guy's voice. It wasn't the gutter vocals or anything. It just, and it could be that he was having mic issues too, because I really couldn't understand what he was saying. You know, so I don't
Right.
know if he had a bad mic connection or what. But
Right.
yeah, their cover of Under the Sun was really good.
All right.
I noticed that throughout the videos that I watched and stuff like that, and some of it could be the recording from the person that you're watching the video from, because it's not you're not getting a true feed from the
Hmm.
the thing from the soundboard or from the video, actual live stuff. But
Right.
um, yeah, some of the vocals were really kind of crappy, and I'm just not sure if it was. And part of it, I believe, and I chalked it up to like, I'm sure they didn't do a sound check. I'm sure. I'm
Oh,
Well,
sure
this
there
they
was
did.
there is something about that I want to get to at when we're done talking about all
this
the
is
bands.
this is
Okay,
almost
that's
like
fine. Yeah,
this is like rare hair on steroids.
yeah, for sure. That's exactly what I was. That's
So I'm telling
exactly
you,
my.
it's rare hair
Yeah,
on steroids.
Rare
yeah.
But I've
Hair
got something else
International.
but I got something to tell you too, and we'll talk about this later.
Okay.
So next was Tom Morello's All Stars number two.
Nope, slow down. You forgot something. You forgot something.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I forgot.
Travis Barker,
Yeah.
Danny Carey, and Chad Smith did a drum off during Symptom of the Universe with Rudy Sarzo,
Oh,
Tom Morello, and Nino Betancourt.
I must have missed. It's not in this thing
Well,
here.
it may very well not have been in there.
No, it was it. No, it was an All Stars three.
No.
It
Mm-mm.
says here the third version of Tom Morello's All Stars, followed by the epic jam of Symptom of the Universe, including Morello, Sarzo, Carey, Bencourt, Barker, and Smith. Sorry, I'm reading it wrong. So
Yeah.
I'm reading it off Wikipedia, so it's got to
okay.
be true. So you can say whatever you want.
I don't know.
But
I'm
I'm
just looking
telling
for.
you,
I'm
that's
looking
what
for.
Wikipedia says.
All I spent this last week is we're looking on the internet for CEOs that are fucking up their lives.
I could give a
So
shit.
I've been,
anyway,
I've been
that
laughing
the
my ass
drum
off.
off was really cool, I thought,
Yeah,
because
I did saw
they
that.
had the
It was
three
good.
drum
It
sets
was
up
good.
there. And
It was good.
then which did you like better, Travis, Danny, or Chad?
Yeah, they're all good.
Huey, Louie, and Dewey, or is it
Yeah,
Larry
yeah.
Murley? They kind of look more like Larry Moe and Curly because they
Right.
were kind of giving each other glances and laughing at each other. Looked like they were having fun.
Yeah, it looks like they were having a
Yeah.
blast. Yep.
What's what I was getting to though? It said Tom Morello's All Stars number two. This is when they said that they did Symptom of the Universe and then ended in doing that. So there's three killer drummers, and then it went into Tom Morello's All Stars number three, which I have this here.
Well, fired up.
So here we go. So after the jam, however, there was a slew of new faces. There were Billy Corgan, Tool's Adam Jones, KK Downing from Judas Priest, Sammy Hagar, Living Colors, Vernon Reed, Ghost Papa V. Peptula. Is that how you say it?
It's Papa Five Perpetua.
I'm not Catholic, so I don't know that shit.
Well, it doesn't
Anyway,
have anything to do with being Catholic.
Ron Wood from the Rolling Stones and Steven Tyler and Andrew Watt. Who is Andrew Watt? Does anybody
He's
What?
know
that
who?
one guy in that one band.
No, he was the guitar player that was playing during the time that Steven Tyler. He's a younger guy. I don't know who this guy is, but he supposedly he's the shit. So anyway, they did Breaking the Law, Judas Priest cover fronted by Billy Corgan. And I'm sorry, I put on here Billy Corgan, great guy, bad performance. His vocals
I'm
were
not a
fucking terrible.
smashing. Yeah, I'm not a Smashing Pumpkins fan at all. I
But
don't.
he's a great interviewer, though. I
But
love his show.
well, and you know what? I kind of like his show,
Right,
but he comes off a little bit of like a shit on the show sometimes. But yeah, so I've watched a lot of those, but yeah,
right.
when I saw it was him, I listened to about
You know
30
why I don't like?
seconds.
You know why I don't like him? He talks over people.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Kind of reminds me of somebody like I know, like
Yourself.
myself.
Well, I think we all do that, so whatever.
No, I do. I told Kelly, I was like going, he fucking does a podcast like I do. I just talk all over people all the time.
What I've got to say is not nearly is was way, way, way more important than anything you got to say. So there you go.
You know,
Well, and he always
you
kind of
guys.
refers to his own bullshit in his head, like his problems and anything he had done to him as a kid. He uses that and then kind of
Okay,
brings it
we're
around.
we're
Anyway,
we're we're off the
anyway,
path.
Billy
Get
Corgan
back
should
on the
not be
path.
singing "Breaking the Law."
Well, see,
Anyway,
now I didn't mind that.
Oh, did you? Okay,
there were a couple
okay,
of spots in the song where he kind of didn't hit it right.
right,
But, he's Billy Corgan. He's going to do his own thing. Most of
right,
these guys at some point or another did their own thing. So, I mean,
right.
I didn't mind his singing Breaking the Law or Snowblind. I thought they
Okay.
were both
I
okay.
mean, I gave him credit for doing it. It just didn't hit with me. All right. So next, after Snowblind, we had Sammy Hagar coming out doing Flying High again and Rock Candy. Here's what I wrote down.
Fuck.
Flying High was fucking terrible. It
Woo.
sucked balls hard.
I
Rock
love Sammy
Candy,
Hagar,
but
but that was a oof.
But
Oof.
Rock Candy fucking rocked balls.
Oh, yeah.
He does his own songs. Don't sing any Ozzy shit.
Well, I think he should have stopped walking around and kept looking at the teleprompter because I know he kept forgetting the words. It was
Probably.
bad.
Yeah. But he was off. He was off fucking bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, then of course you want to say it,
Papa
Papa, how do
Five
you say it?
Perpetua.
Okay. He came out and sang Bark of the Moon. Here's my thing. He was fucking weak as shit. And I said, doesn't want me make him to check out Ghost. Could have been a time for him to really get Ghost, you know. I mean, I know they're big now, but it could have been a time to get because like I said, I want to look up what's
Youngblood.
his chain Youngblood. You know, Youngblood took advantage of this and now he's like, I want to find out who this guy is. This Ghost shit, I don't want to that guy's weak as fuck. I don't want to hear his shit. So he fucked
And
up.
again, here we go,
Yeah, there's a couple.
kind of disagreeing because I'm not a Ghost
Oh,
fan,
did you like
but
it?
I did like his performance. And now something else that I liked
Okay.
is the mask that he was wearing because when I saw Ghost at Rocklahoma several years
Right.
ago,
Well,
he
he
had one of
changed it.
those like the rubber mask face that
Right,
I don't know how they get it on your face or whatever. But this time he had a mask up here and it was
right,
face paint down here. And I thought that looked really cool.
right.
Yeah.
Well, they change up all the time. I mean, they
Oh yeah.
constantly change their ghouls and
That's
whatever they
kind of
are,
like
and they're
Kiss changing their costumes
yeah.
every tour.
And
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, I get what they're doing, and the people. I mean, I we have a lot of friends that love those guys, and they go see them, and they said you got to see them live. I'm like going, well, okay,
I
that's
did
fine, but
once.
I've
That's enough.
well, the thing is, okay, but this isn't going to make me want to go see him. I mean, I was like, on your singing is kind of weak, but anyway, let's get to the fucking good shit. Steven Tyler come out and just absolutely killed it. I think they did, of course. Train kept a rolling, and then they did Walk This Way and Whole Lot of Love, and then they had I think it was what Ron Wood came out for the
Train kept rolling.
train kept a
Yeah.
rolling. I'm telling you what, they fucking absolutely just kicked. I mean, it is killed. I mean, Steven Tyler. I know he can't do a whole concert, but boy, he could do three songs. He can tear that shit up. And he
Yeah.
did. I mean, he did a good job. I mean, I was really because
Yeah, I
as
agree.
much shit as we've heard from him, he come out and I mean,
Yeah.
just absolutely killed it.
I will say he was a highlight of the show for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. Here's my little notes at the bottom.
You can't
Rudy.
see your little notes at the
Well,
bottom, so
anyway,
it's okay.
Rudy Zarzos. He's a soldier. That motherfucker was out there just doing everything he could to put out music and doing a good job. Nuno Betancourt is a hero. That dude absolutely slayed. I mean, he played everything that he could and more and does a good job. And Tom Morello is a zero. I don't, for the one time he did a lead, it was so boring and he does that. I just don't get that shit. I mean, I've played his music before and the licks are great, but that lead shit, he does all that little noises and shit. I just don't get it. Anyway, get off my lawn. I'm
Move on to
too old.
Pantera.
I'm too old. Oh yeah, we could go. You know what? I actually have some. I have to have some. So anyway, Pantera. Here we go. Perhaps one of the most unexpected moments was when Pantera came out, and then host Jason how do you say that?
Momoa.
Momoa. He jumped out there. He said, "Fuck these! I'm gonna go out in the crowd and I'm gonna do some slamming and some dancing and shit." So
I'm
they
gonna tell you
came
what,
out.
he
What's
was
that?
happy to be there. There was no doubt about it.
Oh no, he was having a good time. That's what I'm saying. I love seeing that. And so they came out. They did Cowboys from Hell, Walk. They did Planet Caravan, which is a Black Sabbath cover, and they did Electric Funeral. Um, my notes here, real quick, says it's a great tribute. Zach gets a pass because I just don't. Um, I think he got in, and I said I think he gets got over his head being in Pantera. He doesn't need to be in Pantera. I mean, he did it because there's money involved. I think that I don't know.
Wait
It's
a minute.
funny
What are you talking about?
about Zach getting in Pantera.
Oh, you
Maybe
mean now?
yes, I think so. This is
Oh,
what
okay.
because of course when I'm watching this, I'm like going, why is Zach playing? He don't need to be in Pantera. I mean, but he's doing it because it's a money grab. And he does a good job. I've heard there's some recordings and stuff like that. I don't know um the truth about that. It's funny to watch the guy from Pantera, the singer, though, being as because he's got back issues and neck issues where he can't do that anymore. For a guy that used to be like, he's always curled down and jerking around and shit. He was pretty stationary the whole night. He was, he would
He
do
was
this every
also
once in a while.
barefooted.
Yeah, I did. I noticed that too. He was barefooted. But anyway, yeah, it was. I'm just not a. I saw Pantera. Actually, I walked out of a Pantera concert. So I went to Kipley's and had a pitcher of beer. We went through about half of Pantera and said, I can't take no more. And we just left. My
Yeah,
night went to,
I had a roommate when I was in the Air Force that
you know,
I the album that Cowboys from Hell is on.
right,
That may be the album name. I'm not sure,
right.
but he
I don't
played
know.
that thing so much. Of course, that ain't no different than me playing Kiss Destroyer all the fucking time.
Sure.
You
Right.
know?
It's whatever you like. I mean,
We all have our
we all
Right,
have
things.
right,
our
right.
things. I'm not judging anybody by what you like, but I just don't like them.
Well, I will give them credit for playing the two parent Terror songs that I like the most.
Right.
So
And the stuff they did from Black Sabbath wasn't. I mean, they did a good job. I mean, they were kind of long, kind of laid out kind of stuff, but I'm sure that Zach's used to playing that too, so it was easy for him.
oh
You know.
yeah.
Anyway,
Tool.
you ready to go to the next one?
Tool.
Tool.
Click, click, click,
I
skip,
was
skip, skip.
really, really no, I was really looking forward to this because I mean, I think Tool, I'm interested in the guy that plays guitar because his sound is just different than everybody else's sound.
Mhm.
And I really wasn't impressed by them. I like that 46 and 2. It's a cool song, but when they did the Hands of Doom or Hand of Doom, which is a Black Sabbath cover,
Mhm.
I wasn't impressed. I got halfway through the first part of that first song and I had to move on. I was bored.
Yeah, that's one thing about Tool. They've got maybe four songs, six songs I like.
What
Because
is
I
the
do
one
like
that we're,
the Opiate album. I really do like that album. But most of the other stuff, it was a big miss for me. And I
you know,
saw them when they came to Robert Stadium, 15
were they
or
any good live?
no.
I've never seen them
The-
live.
They were good live, but the vocals were so buried. All
Oh,
you could hear was the
gotcha.
music. And
Gotcha.
Maynard said, he's not the main focus and that he didn't want to be the main focus. I'm like, why are you
Right.
even on the fucking stage, Mr. Singer?
Right. Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, so pretty much I skipped through 46 and 2. I listened to Hand of Doom and then I skipped through Enema.
Yeah. I didn't watch Enema either. Um, Bill, what are you a Tool fan?
Not really.
Okay.
So some of
He's
that stuff
only a
I
fan
just
of his love gun.
Because
my
he like
tool,
he likes he likes
my tool I'm a fan
Craftsman.
of.
He likes Craftsman tools.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go for Slayer now. All right.
Ugh.
So I didn't watch a fucking single bit of Slayer. I'm sorry. You guys are gonna have to fill in because I didn't. I am not a Slayer fan. They did play Wicked
Yeah.
World, which I don't even know what that's off of. I have no idea what that's off of. But I'm just not a Slayer fan.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they did
Never
Wicked World
been,
and
never
South of
will.
Heaven. Those were the two Black Sabbath songs that they did.
Yeah,
Then
it
their
shows
own,
here it's just the one cover is the Wicked World, but I don't know if South of Heaven is. Maybe it is. I don't know.
well, on setlist.fm said it was a Black
Okay, is
Sabbath
that what it
song.
was? Okay,
So,
that's good.
so their originals they did was Disciple, War Ensemble, Raining Blood, and Angel of Death, and I skipped
Right.
through those because I am
Okay,
absolutely not a Slayer fan.
I'm not either. Did he do a good job on the Black Sabbath stuff?
Yeah,
Okay, like I said,
they're a great band. It's just that's not my thing.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't,
I'm not saying that
that's,
they're a terrible band by any
right.
means. It's just not my thing.
And people listening have to realize that this is 10 hours worth of fucking music. I've listened to his. I mean, I got to the point where I was like, on, I just can take it in little doses. I'm just gonna do what
yeah.
I can do.
That'd be a long day. I
It's
mean,
a long day. I mean, it's
you'd be, yeah, it'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna
mm,
go like cruise around and walk around for a while
yeah.
while,
So Fred Durst said that he, here, in a complete surprise, Limp Bizkit frontman offered up a video message and a stripped down version of Changes. I didn't see that. Did you guys see that?
I
uh-uh.
watched it. I thought it was
Was it
pretty
good?
cool. Yeah,
Okay.
it was him, someone on acoustic guitar, and someone on
Right.
a cello or
Okay.
Oh, cool.
whatever.
All right.
That'd be
But
neat.
yeah, it was pretty good. It was a dry vocal. There was no effects on it or anything, so it was all Fred Durst. But I really enjoyed it.
Hmm.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna go ahead and say it so you guys don't have to. I listened to the first 15 seconds of Guns N' Roses doing It's All Right, and as soon as Axl got up off of the piano and Mickey Mouse started singing, I skipped through all the Guns N' Roses stuff.
Yep.
Okay. I have a whole list of shit here. I got to talk about. All right.
We'll talk
So Guns N'
fast because my
Roses,
battery's dying.
okay. Guns N' Roses played a six song set. It was made up of four covers.
Six song
Before
set,
lunch.
that's a tongue twister.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, Axl's vocals were something. Took a moment to think, whatever, blah blah blah. Anyway, get into it. So they did "It's All Right," which was a piano thing. They did "Never Say Die," "Junior's Eyes," Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, "Welcome to the Jungle," and "Paradise City." All right, I'm gonna go down through my list here. GNR slash used an SG during all the Black Sabbath songs, which I thought was really cool because he is a Les Paul guy, but he actually pulled out an SG to be like Tommy Iommi, which I thought
Hmm.
was a good tribute.
It's Tony.
Um,
Tony
what's that?
Iommi.
Tommy, what did I say?
Tommy.
Tommy.
Tony, Tommy, whatever, same shit. Anyway,
All
It's
right,
about the same
Denise.
shit.
all right. You know what? We've been doing this how many years? Tony, Tommy, what the fuck? Axel looks good. He is in shape
He's in
finally.
better shape than he's
Axel,
been in a long
Axel
time.
looks, he needs to get a hold of Vince Mill and then get him all in shape.
That's meal.
Problem with Axel though, too much falsetto. He is
That's all
just,
he's
I
got.
mean, he's all he's got. And it's sad because, he had a range at one point, but he just has to sing everything now in falsetto. And it gets on my nerves after
It's
a while.
horrible.
It is horrible. I'm tough on him. Don't get, Bill, I'm going to get
No, I mean
tough.
it's just horrible.
Right. It is.
I
It's
listened to
falsetto.
about 15 seconds and did exactly the same thing that Alan did. I'm like, I am not spending
E-
15 minutes on this
Every
because
once in a while, he'll go from falsetto to his regular voice and then he's back up again. He can't, it's his fucking safe zone. Anyway, the new drummer kicked ass. I don't know who
Mhm.
this guy is. I know that they had a black guy playing for him for a long time, and for hell, what, almost 15 years or something. Anyway, he retired.
His
They got
name
this
is
new young,
Frank.
is it Frank? He's really good. Um, I loved the Never Say Die and Junior's eyes because they're deep cuts. I mean, they come off the Never Say Die album. I mean, that album is nobody plays anything off that. And I was surprised that they went that deep to play those two songs. I thought that was interesting. Um, but once they got through those, and then around Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and then even into their own songs, Axel was singing way in front of the music. I don't know
Yeah,
if
he
you guys
was.
caught that. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
he was even on their own songs. Like, dude, you've done Welcome to the Jungle and Paradise City. How many fucking times? Bill's got to throw up. Bill's got to throw up.
Did you go vomit?
I'm just tired of talking about that shit.
No,
We're just ragging on it.
I said,
No,
Bill's got to throw up. Anyway, no,
no.
Axel was he was singing way in front of the music. And I don't know if it was a hearing situation as far as monitors for
No,
him.
he sucks. He sucked for
Well,
years. He
okay.
still sucks.
Anyway, Slash to me is an American icon. I don't give a fuck what you think about Slash. That dude, he is as he's up there with Eddie Van Halen and all these guys. He has his own style. And when he plays a riff, you know it's Slash, and that dude just fucking he delivers.
They need a
But
different. They need a different frontman.
anyway, I said here, welcome to the jungle, still singing before the music. And I said, musically, it's a solid set, and I love the deep cuts that they did from
Ozzy,
Black Sabbath.
Black
No,
Sabbath.
they did the Black Sabbath, but
Okay, a few
I
minutes
love that.
ago, hey fellas, a few minutes ago, I said my battery was dying. I am
Right.
serious about that because my internet connection crapped out, so I'm doing this off my phone. So we need to pick these last three up kind of quick.
Okay, we'll do it real
Yep.
quick. Okay,
Go.
so anyway, so Metallica come up. They had did a Hole in the Sky, which is a Black Sabbath cover. Creeping Death, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Johnny Blade, which is another Black Sabbath cover. Battery and Master of Puppets. Um, Once again, Kurt played the SG at the very beginning, which I thought was a great tribute. The band's always done great covers. It was interesting that Rob Torillo had played with Ozzy
Hmm.
previously, and I actually saw him. That's when I saw him that second time. Rob was actually playing bass for him. Respect for them for the longevity. Lars is still a huge douchebag. Johnny Blade is, is from Never Say Die, which I thought that was interesting. Another fucking weird
Deep
cut
cut,
from
yeah.
another deep cut. And then also recorded, was it? Even though I don't like the band, they did a good job. There you go.
Yeah,
That's my shit on Metallica. But he did
I
play an
I
SG.
like that set. I
I
thought they
did
did a great.
too.
I thought
See,
they did a great job.
you guys like Metallica. I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, I mean
I
that
thought
makes a
James.
difference.
Yeah, I thought James Hetfield sounded a little rough at times, but I
Mm.
liked that set list.
Did you notice that one part where they had the intro that was a recorded intro to the thing,
Uh-huh.
and then all of a sudden they come in and it's just like fucking, it sounds like trash. I mean, it's like perfect, and all of a sudden it's just trash. But it was okay. I mean,
Yep.
I give him a credit for that.
Yep.
Anyway, all right, Ozzy Osbourne next. Finally, after 8 hours of this bullshit, and enough to where it runs Alan's battery down, he comes out with back by Zach Wild, Mike Inez, Adam
Menez.
Wakeman. Inez, okay. Adam Wakeman and Tom
Wild. No,
Clofitos.
Clofitos.
Clofitos. Anyway, he
Tom,
performed.
Tom Camel Toes.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, you hear him? I can hear.
Barely.
I think he can still hear us. Anyway, they did. I don't know, Mr. Crowley, Suicide Solutions, Mama, I'm Coming Home, and Crazy Train. Alan, are you still there?
Yes, I am. Keep
Caller.
talking.
I think he's. Oh, you
Okay.
am.
Okay. Anyway, so there's a guy on the internet who listens to things and they put them up to, you know what I'm talking about? He'll listen to a voice and they'll do it to a thing to see if they're actually limp syncing or whatever they're doing. He did Ozzy's concert. There's a weird situation happening. They 2 hour delayed the streaming to the live concert. They actually adjusted his voice in the streaming portion to be more perfect. It wasn't perfect, but they adjusted his voice. I'll send you that. I'll send you that thing. It's interesting to see. So
Okay.
they spent, he says it's impressive that they were able to do that. I mean, because if you listen
Well,
to,
if they did that, they didn't do a very good job in Mama, I'm Coming Home
no,
because Ozzy kind of struggled in that song. That
he
sounded like
did,
to me.
but
I struggled with that song too.
But if you heard it from the streaming, it sounds better. Because Michael told me, he said he saw it from the streaming, said he did a fantastic job. And I go, I'm listening to it right now on my earphones at lunch. And I said, it sounds like shit, dude. So they did some adjusting to it. So that'll be interesting to find out later on. Anyway, um, I thought for what he's going through and what he had to do, he did a fantastic job.
Yep.
And they played fantastic. Black Sabbath then came out. Of course, they have the whole band. They did War Pigs, NIB, Iron Man, and Paranoid. I thought it was good. And the drummer, he's a little bit, Bill Ward was he's a little old.
Old, fat, and shirtless.
Yeah, leave that shirt on, dude. Leave that shirt on. But he got messed up on. I know was it War Pigs or NIB where he got lost a little bit.
There was a couple of times that I noticed he got a little out of sync, but then he got back in.
a little, but he got back in.
Yeah.
But it was fine. But you know what? These guys are all in their fucking 70s and almost 80s. It's like going, you did a fantastic job, and it was a great send off for him. And and like I said, I watched it a while ago. For the show. And yeah.
One thing I want to say about the production, and any festival that ever takes place from here on out should have the same kind of production that they did, because they essentially had two stages.
Oh yeah.
While this stage was out here playing, they were behind the scenes setting up for the next thing. And then they lifted the backdrop up, spun the stage 180 degrees, put the backdrop down, and did the same thing. I mean, that was probably one of the best stage strikes that I've ever seen.
Right.
I mean, and I'm sure other festivals have done that too.
And for 10 hours, and as multiple bands and people that they had coming on and doing stuff, that production was amazing.
Right.
I mean, it was really good. I mean, it really did a good job. But anyway,
I can't watch. I can't. I want to watch the whole thing, like
right
when it comes on Netflix or whatever it comes on.
Yeah.
So
when
that
they edit it, make it sound good.
Whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. But I mean, I'm still not going to watch the Guns N' Roses thing. So I've spent my time with that.
You know what?
Show.
No,
it wasn't. No, there's nothing you can say that's going to change my mind.
You have the same thing that I do as far as on other bands and stuff. But
right,
you know what? It's just one of those things where I gave them some cred for what they did. And it was a good show. I mean, it was what it was. And
yeah.
But anyway,
okay.
Anyway, so it is what it is.
All right,
we're here.
Well, rest in peace, Ozzy. We love you. We're going to miss you. And visit agesofrock.com. Peace out. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.